An easy way to see where current link juice is going for terms and how you can modify that's pretty easy. So as an example for him, we're doing the site search here with Google. His site, after that, I'm putting in a keyword. And it doesn't matter what the keyword is, but in this case, I'm just putting the word accident. So anything that comes up with accident is going to show up in order. I'm doing this on an incognito window so Google doesn't try to match me. So what ends up happening, you're going to see right now, the most important thing on his website is this article here. But say I wanted to push it specifically to a glossary or to a specific service or product or page, doesn't matter what it is, you can see where the link juice is going here. So if you remember back where I talk about how linking works, that's the #1 tool that Google uses to understand importance. So if I don't want this article to receive this juice and say I wanted some random one down here, then I would take any of these articles that have this subject somewhere, create a link from these lower based articles to the specific article that I want the attention to go to. So anywhere where that is talking about collision, then I would find some way to link these other articles that include the term I'm using, an internal link into a specific page. And it really doesn't take much. It only takes a couple of internal links pointing somewhere to give it that juice and power that will dominate over somewhere else. On a local side, for service industries, you have one service for each city, each page. I do that initially. So my brother-in-law's website is an example. We put out 2,000 pages and got them all indexed. Google won't like that in the long run, but the unique thing is I'm ranking in a lot of super local entity-based locations. Even though it may be one city like Los Angeles, there's a bunch of internal entity neighborhoods that I link to. So all those end up with pages from the start. I do that for about 3 to 4 months, sometimes 6. And what happens is all these low, hard, visible found places sit and rank at 1, 2, and 3 for months. Then I remove all those. So I only have city pages at that point. Instead of having 10 services and 10 cities, so you have 100 pages, now I'm just going to have 10 services with 10 cities. So 10 pages here and 10 pages here. So I just went from 100 pages to 20. And now all those old pages that rank for all those neighborhoods, I 3-1 direct those now just directly to the service page that they were advertising. I still leave the city there, but I don't have a city service for every single service possible. And so all of a sudden, you ranked for all these neighborhoods, and you're now pointing that internal link somewhere else. And that's one of the things I do here. I find what is the most thing that's hitting, but in this case, it's always going back to the primary service. But if I'm trying to move things around, like if I'm working that whole top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel concept, you can better structure that and see what keywords are going where and use Google's interpretation of your website and how it ranks your site to move that link juice around. And that's all you're basically doing. So nothing too fancy. It's a little trick and a little extra work as far as like doing with the local stuff. But again, it all has to do with the power of links. That's what PageRank is all about. And all you're doing is capitalizing on that algorithm and concept that all search engines use.
You said that you started pushing like the 301 redirects to the city pages and stuff. Once they dropped indexing those particular neighborhoods, you started then, or is there like an optimal time to do it?
So I tend to do it about anywhere from 3 to 6 months. I'm waiting for the, you know how initial something will rank and it might fluctuate a little while? I wait until that settles. Once that settles on those random little location city pages, I leave those random location pages there, but I no longer have in that 142 services that we're providing, they all point back to just the service pages. So I don't have a bunch of sub silos all over the website. I'm back to just one silo in a bunch of cities. But I do that once I see that fluctuation stop. And the amazing thing that ends up happening, because that page already ranked and sat there for those sub services in the background, they end up just sitting. They just end up sitting there. They bring a lot of juice to those service pages. So even the areas that are really hard to rank in primary cities, like here in Los Angeles, all of a sudden, all that link juice from those hundreds of pages now just go directly to those service pages. So out of all that traffic, those hundreds of pages we're getting, it's all pointing to just a few small places. So now those small pages start getting a lot more traction and following and clicks and interaction, and you solidify your business that way. It doesn't go anywhere then.
Wasn't that fantastic, guys? I will see you in the next video.